Yes, good morning students. In the previous video we have discussed about the friction and advantages of friction and disadvantages of friction. And today beta we will do one activity. Are you ready to do one activity? Yes ma'am. Okay beta, what you have to do? You have to collect a tub, water bathtub, you can say, small, very small. If you are not having, then you can take one bowl from the kitchen, big bowl you can take, and too many light objects, you can say, small objects, ball, any soft toy, scale you can take, orange, you have to collect one orange. Okay, and then now start activity. Take a bowl, fill it half with water, or you can say more than half with water. Now put in it orange. Okay, and observe what will happen. Now take one more bowl, fill it again with water, and now peeled orange. Peeled orange means remove the peel of the orange, and then you put it into the water. Then observe what will happen. In one bowl you have put orange with peel, and in another bowl you have put orange without peel. Now observe what will happen. Yes, do this activity, observe them, and write on the notebook what will happen. Okay beta? Now I am telling you what will happen. You have to first observe. The orange with peel will float on the surface of water, while without peel will sink into the water. Can you think about why it will float and why that will sink? Yes, because in the peel of the orange, pores are there, and in the pores air is filled. So that is why it will float on the surface of water. Now you have to put one by one another things and observe that is floating or sinking. You have to see. When you will put scale, plastic scale, what will happen? Ball put into the water, then observe what will happen. Any small plastic toy you can put in water, eraser you can put in water, any other sharpener you can use, knife you can take, and tomato you can take, any other object you can take and put in the water and observe. Okay beta? Now some object will float in water, you will observe, while some other will sink in water. Can you think what is the reason behind this? There is one scientist named Archimedes. He had discovered that the water exert an upward force on the object. Water exert an upward force on the object. If the mass of the object is more than the force applied by the upward force applied by the water, then that object will, what will happen? If the upward force applied by the water on the object is more than the force of the mass of the object, then what will happen? Oh yes, the object will float. But if the upward force applied by the water on the object is less than the force of the mass of the object, then what will happen? Yes, the object will sink in water. Archimedes explained the concept of flotation and sinking of an object. According to this concept, the buoyant, this force is known as buoyant force or buoyancy. What do you mean by buoyant force? The water exerts an upward force on the object. That upward force is known as buoyant force, or you can say buoyancy. The object also applied a force on the water surface due to its mass. What Archimedes explained? According to this concept, the buoyant force is equal to the weight of the water displayed by the object. This statement is called Archimedes' principle. The buoyant force is equal to the weight of the water displayed by the object. This statement is called Archimedes' principle. So, you have to do this activity. If you can make video while doing this activity, that is very much good. Prepare video, send to me. Okay, beta. Now, magnetic force. Beta, sometimes what happen? You open the door of the room. You feel how much pull or push you are applying, how much force you are applying to open the door of a room. And observe, when you open the door of the refrigerator, then that is difficult or room door is difficult. We generally apply, if you have to open the door of a refrigerator, we have to apply more force as compared to the opening of the door of the room. It also shuts easily even with a gentle push. Why it is so? Because the door of a refrigerator has a magnet. A magnet exerts force which is called magnetic force. And how many kinds of magnets are there? There are too many kinds of magnet. You have studied in 3rd class, you have studied in 4th class, and you know very well what do you mean by magnetic material. The materials which are attracted by the magnet are called magnetic material. A magnetic materials name magnetic material iron, cobalt, nickel. है ना? What do you mean by magnetic force? That is the force with which magnet pull magnetic material. It is a non-contact or contact force? Very good. It is a non-contact force. Why it is a non-contact force? Because it can act at a distance. A magnet attract other magnet also. Magnet may also repel each other due to the magnetic force. Magnets do not attract non-magnetic material like plastic. If you will take rubber, then magnet will not attract plastic. Magnet will not attract rubber and paper also, because these materials are non-magnetic materials. It means, what do you mean by non-magnetic material? The materials which are not attracted by the magnet are called non-magnetic material. That's all from my side. Thank you. Have a nice day.